You're being videoed for my protection and yours. What's your name, officer? Please identify yourself.
McLeod from the Clewiston Police Department.
And you, sir?
Officer Garza, Clewiston Police Department.
And what am I being pulled over for?
Well, 2 reasons. 1, you made a turn back there without a turn signal. 2, we had a call about you trying to sell something at a store, and at 2 different stores at that, not just one. So a suspicious activity call. And we had to make out with you to see who you are and what you're doing.
Got you. Got you.
So can I have your license, please?
So what crime is that?
Well, there wasn't a crime committed because we don't know if the items are stolen or not.
Do you have suspicion that I committed a crime? Reasonable, articulable suspicion, either one of you, that I committed a crime, was about to commit a crime, was in the process of committing a crime.
10-4, are there any stipulations?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Except that you abide by the law.
I am abiding by the
No,
law.
you're not. You're asking me for my ID illegally.
He conducted a traffic stop. That's
That's not how that
illegal.
works.
That is how
No crime has been committed. There's no reasonable, articulable suspicion. Excuse me.
When you commit a traffic
suspicion?
infraction,
There's no reasonable, articulable suspicion that a crime has been committed. That a crime has been committed.
Alright guys, this encounter kicks off with cameras rolling and tensions already high. The driver calmly announces he's recording for protection, demanding names and accountability. Officers explain the stop, a missing turn signal and multiple calls about selling items at stores. But here's the problem. No confirmed crime. From the very first minute, the argument shifts away from traffic and straight into constitutional ground.
It was going to be committed. How do we know the stuff you have is not stolen? We get no way to prove it. No way.
Not how that works.
It's not. No way I can prove it.
Please get your supervisor here,
Sure.
because that's not how this works. Well, then she should know better. She should know better, and so should you, Mr. Garza.
We are allowed to step out with people who reasonably believe.
Yeah, dumbass people who don't know the law.
That doesn't have to be dumb or smart.
If I have not been suspected of committing a crime with reasonable, articulable suspicion,
2 people have called saying you in this vehicle are trying to sell them items that they don't know are stolen, we don't know are stolen.
then there's no crime.
Can you tell me that it's not stolen?
I already told you that.
I didn't ask. So how have you told me?
Because you said that you got a phone call,
items.
and I asked you if that was illegal, and you said no.
Called over the radio that's you.
Here. There's my paperwork right there. Nothing illegal.
Was that so hard?
No. But you can't just get people's ID for nothing, Mr. Garza.
It's not for nothing.
It is. It is.
Look,
there's policy and procedure, and there's constitutional law that you swore an oath to, my friend.
Hold on. If somebody's standing.
Listen up, because this is where friction explodes. The driver repeatedly challenges the officers, demanding reasonable, articulable suspicion. The police argue uncertainty, items might be stolen. The driver shuts that down hard, insisting suspicion without evidence means nothing. Voices rise, insults slip out, and frustration boils over. What started as a simple stop now turns into a legal standoff fueled by rights, procedure, and ego.
Here, and they're just standing here with no kids, and they're a grown person just sitting there. That's a suspicious person.
You know, I just got a call about some officers that we had to watch out for here that were breaking the law and the people's constitutional rights.
I can show you that's not us.
You sure it's not you?
Not me. But look,
I have suspicion to believe it's you.
you gonna let me finish what I'm saying so you have an understanding?
How you doing, boss?
There's a supervisor right there if you want to
How you
speak.
doing, supervisor? We're just getting an understanding of constitutional law here. You know, no big deal. He said he pulled me over because he got a phone call that, you know, we were selling stuff. I asked him if that's illegal. He said, no, that's not illegal, right? That's where we were at in the conversation. He asked for my ID, so I asked him again, what did we do that was illegal? For me to give you my ID, did we have any reasonable, articulable suspicion that a crime has been committed? He said no. We got a phone call. 2 people said that items were trying to be sold. That's not...
All right, now things spiral into chaos. Paperwork is shown, legality is argued, and accusations fly both ways. The driver flips the narrative, claiming officers themselves are violating constitutional rights. A supervisor approaches, sensing the situation slipping. The driver calmly but aggressively lays out his argument again. Selling items isn't illegal, and suspicion alone doesn't justify demanding identification. The battle becomes law versus interpretation.
a crime. Not here, not in Texas, not in, anywhere. It's not a crime.
My understanding is you were pulled over for a traffic offense.
That's not what I was pulled over for. Mr. Garza pulled me over. This woman pulled through here after. There was no illegal turn. That right there is a turnaround. You don't have to put your blinker on at that turnaround right there.
To make
All right. So have you identified yourself, correct?
I told him who I was right there.
All right.
It's not stolen stuff. I'm not trying to give him a hard time, but you guys can't just pull people over and say, oh, we got a phone call. Somebody said you were selling stuff. Let me see your ID. That's not how this works. I respect the law. You guys got to respect it too. You swore an oath to it.
Okay. All right. Hold on for there. Okay. Look, my name is Sergeant Nieves, badge number 0464. All right.
You know your shit.
Clewiston Police Department. Yes. Look, we got a call at the Ace Hardware parking lot. Person just wanted to remain anonymous, saying that, hey, somebody was trying to sell a stereo in the parking lot, and that's it. They didn't request contact, nothing along those lines. All right. Look, he conducted a traffic stop. He was just trying to identify you guys. Everything's good. That's all we're trying to do.
Key word, try to identify.
That's all. Just try.
But that's not how that works.
Look, we're here, attempting to identify. That's all we're trying to do. All right.
Your name again?
Sergeant Tito Nieves. All righty, sir.
Be safe. Thank you.
One, okay?
And we can sell here. It's not illegal.
It's not illegal.
Especially if I got my sales tax license, correct?
If you are a business conducting business.
Here's where authority tries to regain control. The supervisor explains the anonymous call and downplays the stop as a simple attempt to identify. But the driver isn't buying it. He calls out contradictions, rejects the traffic violation claim, and emphasizes oath-bound responsibility. The supervisor identifies himself, trying to calm the storm. But the underlying issue remains unresolved. Was this stop ever legal to begin with?
In the city, you need a tax business receipt.
Got all that.
We don't have
Alrighty.
that knowledge.
Thank you. But you can't receive that knowledge illegally.
But we can
okay?
ask you. Just
Okay,
like
and I can refuse.
Yes, you can, but we still need to figure out what you're doing somewhere. So until we figure that
You
out,
could try to figure it out.
Until we figure that out, you are deemed a suspicious person. Do you understand?
Yeah, but being a suspicious person is not somebody that has been deemed reasonable, articulable suspicion of committing a crime, about to commit a crime, in the process of committing a crime, would give you the only viable and reason to ask for my ID, period. There's no exceptions at all.
So the traffic stop means nothing.
That wasn't a traffic stop.
So you made
You specifically told me, and you are being recorded in my truck too. You specifically told me when I asked you why I was being pulled over, you specifically stated that you got a phone call
hold on.
about suspicious activity.
I'm telling you two
When
things
she
that
pulled
happened,
up,
the reason.
when she pulled up afterwards,
Hold on.
because she came
You really don't
from
like
she
other
came
people
from
talk
this
to
way.
you. How am I
Well,
supposed to-
I'm
how am I
teaching
supposed to
you.
articulate?
How are you supposed to learn if you don't listen?
What do you mean? How are you supposed to learn if you don't listen?
I already know what the fuck I'm doing.
That's the problem with closed-minded people.
That's why I already know what I'm doing. That's
listen.
why he left. That's why you're gonna leave, and that's why she left without getting my fucking ID.
Alright guys, this is the core clash. Officers argue policy and procedure. The driver counters with constitutional law, hard and relentless. He explains selling is legal, refusal is legal, and suspicion alone means nothing. He breaks it down step by step, refusing to hand over ID without lawful grounds. The encounter turns into a live civics lesson, with frustration rising on both sides and patience wearing thin.
You see what I'm saying?
Well, I'm still conducting a traffic stop, so I do need your ID.
There's no traffic stop. For what? There's no legal traffic
When
stop.
you turn, do you not have to signal which way you're going?
On that turnaround right there, you do not have to signal. Absolutely not, because it's not a left turn.
What is it?
I'm turning, it's a turnaround. That's what that's made for. There's no stop sign there.
There's a stop sign right there.
That's not where I turned around at. I turned around further up.
So you did a U-turn.
I didn't turn around right here.
Oh, all right.
Stop trying to dig, dude. That's not how this is going to work, dude.
I'm doing what my sergeant says. Here you are, sir.
Do what the Constitution says.
10-4.
Your sergeant ain't going to cover your ass when you get sued, dude.
And this is how it ends, raw and unresolved. The officer insists it's still a traffic stop. The driver dismantles that claim piece by piece, explaining turnarounds, signals, and signage. Tempers flare. Final warnings are exchanged. The driver makes it clear, orders from a sergeant don't override the Constitution. The moment freezes in defiance, ending not with cuffs, but with words that cut deep.